Credit. I like talking about credit. It's kind of a passion of mine, so I appreciate some ears, and hopefully we'll walk out of the room a little smarter than we walked in. Like John said, I'm with Consumer Credit Auditors. Been doing credit since 1998. We also have a commercial division, which is Commercial Credit Advisors, that we started up to help people with small businesses to get funding and help to diversify their credit lines and segregate them from commercial and personal. I'll start a little bit with my story and how I got into this business. Back in the 90s, I was involved with another business and had the misfortune of running into some car accidents. 3 of them to be exact. None of them were my fault. Insurance companies unfortunately didn't see it that way. I found myself sitting in a very large financial hole that it took me about 8 years to grind my way out of. And I did what I thought was the right thing to do. You know, you roll up your sleeves, you work it, you pay everybody back. It wasn't their fault I got in an accident. And I found out at the edge of that hole that maybe that wasn't the wisest decision, because it was 8 years down the road and my credit still sucked. I was just at the point where I could start rebuilding my credit again. Hindsight being 20/20, I'd probably go bankrupt if that happened again and just start rebuilding right away. But that was my story. And then in the course of that, as we got to the edge of that hole, I had a wife who didn't have the same credit problems I had, and we decided to go buy a home. And found out that she had an evil twin in Seattle that had the same maiden name and a social security number that was 1 digit off. And their credit files had done this. It was a real interesting conversation when I looked at that credit report. It was like, you know, honey, is there something about you I need to know here? So that lady didn't have very good credit. And so I thought, well, honest mistake, should be easy to fix. I started working with the credit bureaus to get that fixed, and I found out that it was not easy at all. They're just kind of designed to make you go away. They're not really concerned about helping you fix those problems. And so at that point I decided, well, maybe I need help with this project. And I sought out another gentleman who does what I do now. And we hit it off pretty well. He helped me fix the credit, and in the course of that he said, hey, I'd like you to open up an office for me. And I said, no, I can't do that. You know, I'm still paying off the rest of these debts. I've got a cash flow here. I can't walk away from this business and start something new. And that was that until about 2 weeks later, one of my key employees, he came to me one day and says, gee, Derek, I'd like to buy this business from you. So I said, this is a sign. And so I sold that business, and I went into the credit business. That was in 1998. A couple years after that, I realized that the company I was working with, I had learned a lot from them, and I thought there was a lot more that could be done to help clients raise the level of customer service and perform better for our clients. And they weren't willing to make those changes and move in that direction, and so I got together with Damien, who John mentioned. Okay. And he was running another branch office for them at that time, and we decided, well, let's just break off and do our own thing. We can do it better. And that was 2001. Consumer Credit Auditors was born. We used to be right around the corner here up on 112th and Stark. We moved about a year ago over to southwest Portland because it's a little closer to where I live, and Damien wasn't traveling to the office anymore. But so that was Consumer Credit Auditors. That's how we were born. It was created for a higher level of customer service, and we keep striving for that to this day. Customers are number one. Take care of the customers, and the books take care of themselves.